2018 review of the Coach's Resource Guide for Interscholastic Unified Tennis. This is Allie Rock. I am the current Interscholastic Unified Tennis Sport Chair. On behalf of our Assistant Chair, Mark Sunkel, and the rest of Special Olympics Maryland, I thank you very much for tuning into this presentation. The review of this guide will be in 4 parts so that we may use some parts of the review in future years without having to re-record, as rules have become quite static and do not change from year to year in any significant way. This year's Coaches Resource Guide is being provided to all coaches and district representatives of local school systems completely digitally. It is found in the Google Drive folder that we've provided for all coaches. You may print this at your discretion, or you may use it completely as an online resource. As you'll see, there are hyperlinks for each of the sections in the guide, making this a great addition to those who are technologically minded. The season can begin for all coaches as of the Maryland Public Secondary Schools Athletic Association practice start date on Wednesday, August 8th. However, most schools choose to start practice when classes begin on or after September 4th. A practice in that first week can consist of an interest meeting, but you should attempt to get something started by then. Player assessments, which we will review in part 2 of this presentation, are to be held the week of September 17th through 21st. The first due date for paperwork is Wednesday, September 19th. All applications for participation and affirmations of eligibility are due to your district representative or Special Olympics Maryland Regional Sports Director in the absence of a district representative. And also for all non-student athletes, Class A forms are due and protective behaviors are due to Special Olympics Maryland Regional Sports Director also on Wednesday, September 19th. 1 week later, Wednesday, September 26th, postseason registration forms are due to district representatives or a regional sports director in the absence of a district representative. District tournaments throughout the state will be held from October 8th through October 20th. October 24th at 6 p.m. is the state tournament pre-competition webinar. Those are for teams that are going on to states following the district tournaments. The registration link is live for all district representatives, can register now, and then coaches that advance after district tournaments can register on a rolling basis. States, as the state tournament as of the publishing date of this guide was to be determined. However, the week of November 5th, I can confirm for you that the state tournament has been scheduled for November 7th at Loyola in Baltimore. With that, I will actually skip down to the state tournament fact sheet for this year. Oh, that hyperlink is not working. I apologize. So I will just go to that page. So the state tournament is November 7th at Loyola University's McClure Tennis Center. Our rain date is November 8th. The schedule, as has been in years past, is as follows. 9 to 9:30 a.m. is volunteer check-in. Schools from across the state will arrive between 9 and 10:30 a.m. warming up on the courts as they arrive. 11 a.m. is opening ceremonies. A competition will begin promptly at 11:30 a.m., at which time lunch is also available for all participants. 6 p.m. is slated for award ceremonies. Although, as in years past, we want everybody to note that that's a tentative time, and that if the speed of competition is such that we are able to move that time up, we will. I'm also just skipping ahead to our contact information for coaches and district representatives. As you'll see here, for all of the school systems that are that participate in our unified tennis season, this is located on page 34 of the resource guide. As a coach, your first line of communication is your district representative, or in the absence of a district representative, the Special Olympics staff member, such as in Allegheny and Garrett counties, where Melissa Anger from Special Olympics Maryland is the primary contact, first and foremost. After that, after your district representative, there are Special Olympics Maryland regional sports directors in each of the areas, and their contact information is also on page 34. And then beyond that, myself, Allie Rock, and Mark Sunkel out of Frederick County are the sport chairs for this sport. We are the primary purveyors of information, and you'll be hearing from us a lot throughout the season, as we are the administrators of the sport this year. As has been the case in the last few years, we are adhering to a district map developed by Special Olympics Maryland. As you'll see, we have 11 districts across the state. There are only 2 districts and 1 extra county that do not participate in interscholastic unified tennis. So districts 1, 2, 3, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11 all participate in unified tennis from across the state. This concludes part 1 of the review of the 2018 Coaches Resource Guide. Part 2 will contain an overview of the sport itself and the rules. And thank you for joining us for part 1, and I will see you over at part 2.